Oh! How's it? Nice to be here in Liverpool. My name's Colin, as Paul just said, and I'm from Runcorn. I know what you think. He's not from Runcorn. He's only got one head. Some of us have. But I get a lot of stick coming from Runcorn, especially when I come to Liverpool. I get called a meth and a woolly back and all that, which is true, so it's fine. But people always say to me, "Oh, you're from Runcorn, are you? I bet you're shagging your sister." I bet you're shagging your sister. But I'm not, of course. She'd never cheat on my brother, so she loves him. But yeah, it's possible. I've had stick all through my life. I went to school in Runcorn. I got bullied at school, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, thank you. It's very patronising, but thank you. I got because people get bullied for all kinds of reasons at school. For like the way that they look. But obviously, I was gorgeous. Maybe not. That's fine. Or like what your mum and dad do, where you live. I was fine on all those scores. I got bullied for wearing shit trainers. Right? Because I grew up in Runcorn in the early 80s. Went to school in the early 80s. When Scallyware was first out, came from Liverpool, everyone was wearing like Nike, Adidas, Puma. Excuse me, fucking hell, sorry. Puma. Oh, you look like Chris Moyles. Doesn't he? You've got a massive, well, you've got a lovely big head for hats, pal, is what I'm saying. Like Jim Royal. Anyway, right. So I got bullied for wearing shit trainers because my mum, right, all my mates were wearing Adidas and Nike. I had a pair of high-tech Silver Shadow. If you don't know them, not only are they shit, they're also bright fucking silver. So you can see you coming down the street. I got called. I got up. Hey up! Here comes Captain Shit Shoes. The Tin Twat. That was one. And Wanker. Just Wanker. Didn't even mention the shoes. That was before I left the fucking shop. It was horrible. But I get bullied now. Well, I get the piss taken out of me more now by my mates because I get drunk really quickly. I mean, they say I'm a shit drinker, which you don't understand because the idea of having a drink is to get drunk. So if I'm doing it quicker, I'm fucking smashing it. I don't get it. And I was out not so long ago with some of my old schoolmates and sat at the bar. Every pint we had, my mate was having a shot. I was like, slow down, mate, we've got all night. He said, oh, I'm not like you, mate. I can handle me. I'm not a budgie. Because apparently budgies get pissed quickly as well. I've never heard Bill Oddie say that. But, right, he said, yeah, I said, so remember when we were younger? He said, I could spend 150, 200 quid a night out, get back to my mum and dad's, and I'd still be sober. I said, you still live with your parents? He said, yeah, I can't afford to move out. I wonder why. But I've been doing comedy for a few years now. Before I started doing that, I had to spend a few years in prison. Well, actually, I worked in a call centre, but it's the same fucking thing, isn't it? Cheers. Someone recognised me then. Oh, it's fucking Fingers McGee. All right, pal, how you doing? From Walton. I used to deliver drugs to Walton Prison, actually. I did, honestly. In a van, like, not shoved up my arse. I worked to work for a pharmaceutical company. That's another story. But yeah, I worked in this call centre, and I worked on a team for lads half my age, and they lived in a completely different world to me. Like some of the stuff they used to do, and they're so confident around women because they knew exactly what to say and do to get a woman to sleep with them or go out with them. Because I was terrible with women when I was younger, right? Which is hard to believe, isn't it? Because believe it or not, back in the day, I was a bit of a looker. I haven't always been a fat four-eyed Carl Pilkington, by the way. Or, as I was called last year, the leader of UKIP. That was a fucking blow. Looking racist zippy. But yeah, so and I was so bad with women. Right? I was a virgin until I was 22. I didn't have a clue about sex and positions and that kind of stuff. The only 69 I knew was egg for young half rice, half chips on my local takeaway. I didn't have a clue. And I was working in a warehouse at the time. And everyone that I was working with was much older than I was, much more experienced than me. And they knew I was a virgin. Because I fucking told them. I never thought they'd find it funny. So they used to always talk about sex in front of me to embarrass me and make me feel awkward. And one day I was walking across the yard and this fella shouts out. He goes, hey, Colin. So me and the lads had a bit of a chat. We want to know, have you ever had one of them 69s? And I said, well. I said, it's funny you asked that today, mate, because I had one of them last night. He said, bloody hell, that's brilliant. How did you get on? I said, well, I struggled, to be honest. My dad finished it off. Awkward, that, innit? Orcs. Fucking hell. But, because of Runcorn, nobody batted a fucking eyelid. Inbreeding, innit, pal? Inbreeding. But, what's next? Oh, okay, yeah, I've had a bit of a... What was that? I was kicking off. That's fine. On you go, pal. It's all right. It's Elvis Costello. All right, mate. We'll just wait for him to fuck off, shall we? Anyway, right. Weird, wasn't it? What's going on there? Being thrown out. So anyway, yeah, I've had a good few months. I've recently been on holiday to Benidorm. I've got a few bob, you know what I mean? I went over there for the first time. I flew over there with Ryanair, right? Anyone ever flown with Ryanair? I tell you what, it was absolutely fucking brilliant. It was $29.99 to get to Benidorm. You can't fucking complain, can you? But people said, oh, you shouldn't go with Ryanair. The service is terrible. I don't give a shit. It's $29.99. I'm not asked. I'll sit in the toilets while people use it for $29.99. I don't give a shit. Fucking great. People complain about like budget airlines. What they always say is, oh yeah, but what they do is they advertise one price online, but by the time you put all the add-ons on, it's twice as much. Well, I've got a tip for you. Don't get any fucking add-ons. Easy, innit? So yeah, but they charge you extra to put your bag in the hold. Don't put your bag in the hold, then do what I done. Take 3 outfits, wear one of them, and get a bottle of Febreze at the airport. Or Fabrizio, as it's called in Spain. And they also say as well, yeah, but you've got to pay extra for speedy boarding. Well, fucking don't do it then. What do you want to do that for? It's 20 quid to spend half an hour extra spelling people's other... Fucking hell, fuck that up. Let me start again. I'll say it a bit slower, though. It's £20 extra to spend half an hour sniffing other people's farts. Yeah, it wasn't fucking worth that, was it really? Shouldn't have... Don't revisit that one, Colin. What a load of shite. And the big one they say is, oh yeah, but they charge you extra to sit next to your wife. Mate, you're going away with your wife for 2 weeks. By the end of the holiday, you pay extra not to fucking sit next to her. And you're going to need something to talk about. But anyone ever been to Benidorm? By the way, right, it's mental. Right, you love it. You sound like you do, to be fair, it's fine. It's mad, right? It's like, when I went in September, it's full of stags and hens. Right, so Benidorm really is for the older generation. So some of these stags and hens have been around the block a bit, right? Turned up at the airport, minibus pulls up behind us, hen do from Rotherham, right? Hen gets out, fag on straight away. She's got a tutu on, she's got a pink cowboy hat and a t-shirt with the name Sharon the Slut on the back. I thought, to be fair, she doesn't look like a Sharon, to be fair. Right? She was proper rough, stood there like bow-legged. Like that, right? She clearly been rattled more times than Jimmy Savile's jewellery, right? That's just I could have said Mr. T, really, right? And she's got a veil on with fucking L plates on it. What the fuck's she trying to kid? That's like Tommy Robertson watching a World Cup in a Nigeria kit. Not fucking kidding anybody, are they? Yeah, that bit was new. Won't do that again. Fuck me. But it's been a boss year, though, for holidays. I went early in the year. I went over to Thailand. Anyone ever been to Thailand before? A few perverts in the room. That's fine. I said, that's just ruining my next joke. I shouldn't have said that. But yeah, it's boss. I'd never been before, and I was dead excited about going for a couple of reasons. I love like having new experiences, going to new places, and also my ex-girlfriend was of Thai descent. What it was, she was born in England, but her mum was from Thailand, and her dad was a pervert. So that's how they met. And it was boss. So Thailand's brilliant, because one of the best things about when you go to somewhere like Thailand or any of those kind of places is you meet people from all over the world, like really interesting people. Not like if you go to Benidorm, you end up getting chlamydia of a classroom assistant from Rotherham called Sharon. Right? You meet really interesting people. So I was in this bar in Koh Samui. It's like a party island in Thailand. And I sat next to this girl who looked like Ray Parlour. Remember him? Played for Arsenal, right? She was yes, thank you. That fucking Eric Morecambe used to say that was one for the older ones. That's fine. Right? She looked like Ray Parlour. So I asked the usual icebreaker question. I said, where are you from? She went, oh, she was from Azerbaijan. Right? I followed her up with the most pointless question I've ever asked anybody in my entire life. I went, oh, really? Which part of Azerbaijan are you from? I don't even know where fucking Azerbaijan is. Fucking knobhead. But the lifestyle over there is different. It's like it's a really cheap place to live, and the way of living is completely different over here, and the culture's different. And I remember my old neighbour, he retired over there, and I laughed at him when he said, oh, I'm going to go over there and live like royalty. But to be fair, he did. He went over there, he married 6 wives, beheaded 2 of them, and died of syphilis. So I feel a bit fucking stupid now, to be honest. You all right there, Chuck? Oh, right, you sure? Oh, you're the one who couldn't look at Paul, but you just look at people's testicles. That was you. You just crashed it up there, mate. So anyway, yeah, so have you got any mums in the room? Give us a cheer if you're a mum. Okay, brilliant. Sounds like you're whistling in the wind. That was really rude. Sorry, just ignore that. Right. My mum's a lovely lady. She's 72 years of age, and she's as mad as a clown's cock. Right? Honestly. Some of the shit she comes out with, we bought her a soup maker for Mother's Day. So we started making all these really weird soups. Went around to see her not so long ago. She went, Colin, do you want a bowl of soup? I said, yeah, what kind is it? She went, it's broccoli and Stilton. I was like, I don't really like Stilton, I'll leave it. She went, oh, it's okay, didn't have any Stilton, so he was a laughing cow triangle instead. Fucking hell. It was boss, she was all right, like. And then we went round once. My sister still lives at home, she's much younger than I am. And we were having a bit of dinner, so we sat around the table. My sister gets a camera out, gets a phone out, goes to take a selfie. So my mum's like made up with herself. She said, what are you doing there, Katie? Taking one of them onesies, are you? It's like, fuck. I said, no. I said, Mum, it's not called a onesie, it's called a selfie. She went, no, that's not a selfie. That's what your father used to do when it was my time of the month. Imagine hearing that from your old queen. It's fucking horrible, that, isn't it? Mad as fuck. And then I started wearing glasses about a year ago. Right, I'm 46 years of age. It's hard to believe, isn't it? Okay, that's fine. I'm all right. Maybe I think it looked quite good for me age. You know what? I'll tell you what, right? Whenever I tell people I'm 46, people will say, oh, fuck off, you're lying. Like, why would you lie about that? You go the other way, don't you? I was in a bar in Liverpool recently. There's a really lovely-looking girl stood by the bar by herself. I thought, you know what? I'm going to go and chat her up. So I went over talking to her. Told her I was 46. She went, look, will you fuck off? I said, everyone says that. All right, fuck that then. It's all right. That was misjudged, wasn't it? What's your name? Not asked. It's fine. Now, what is your name? Still not asked. Anyway. So sorry. Yeah, started wearing glasses anyway. That was the point of that little diversion that didn't work. That's cool. Started wearing glasses. And I don't know about anybody else. When you start wearing glasses, it kind of changes your appearance and the shape of your face. I'm not going to lie. I was feeling a little bit self-conscious. Right? So I don't know about you guys. If I'm feeling a bit down or a bit low, the person I turn to is my mum. Because mums are lovely, really, aren't they? Okay, maybe not. Okay, fair enough. Right, I said, Mum, what do you think of my glasses? She went, oh, they make you look a bit like a paedophile. I said, that doesn't help. She said, oh, no, they really suit you. That's fucking worse. You mad old cow. Anyway, that's my time done. You've been absolutely lovely. This is one of the best clubs in the country, by the way. Keep supporting live comedy. Good night.